नहीं யாரையும் காணோம்.
Sir, hello, sir. Am I audible?
Hey, good morning. I can hear you, but your voice was a little breaking.
Hello, sir.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible now.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Accept your past without regret. Handle your present with confidence and face your future without fear. Said by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Now, I welcome you all for this wonderful gathering, inauguration of Tech Ninja CEO Sri Sai Prakash Muthu, Principal Dr. A. Rajendra Prasad, Director Dr. K. Paul Kumaran, Dean Academics Dr. J. Raja, Brinda Ma'am, Dr. S. Brinda, ECE Branch Counselor, Dr. S. K. Uma Maheshwaran, UBA Coordinator, I would request the speakers for the day to come to the dais. Now, I would request Dr. J. Raja to deliver the welcome address.
Good afternoon. A warm welcome to all of you. Respected CEO in absentia and respected Director Dr. Pothumaran, Principal Professor Rajendra Prasad, and Student Branch Counselor for IEEE, Dr. Brenda, and NSS Coordinator Professor Uma Maheshwaran, and student volunteers, faculty members, and student friends. It's indeed a great moment for the IEEE group. So on behalf of the department as well as on behalf of the college, it's my pleasure to provide the welcome for this wonderful event. In fact, after a long gap, we are meeting physically, and I hope from IEEE this is the first meeting we are meeting physically, because earlier event we were meeting to online mode. So it's a wow moment for all of us, because by God's grace we are still alive, is it not? So thanks to the Almighty. So at this juncture, let us pray for all and for giving us an opportunity to move forward. Okay. As far as IEEE is concerned, I like to share only 2 points, because I will not take in much of your time, because there are so many events and guest speakers are there. So on behalf of the department and IEEE student branch, let me welcome our chief guest, Professor Sampath Kumar and Professor Ravichandran. Professor Sampath Kumar is joining with us through online mode from USA. Probably the current time is early morning 5 o'clock since now. So he has joined online at 5 o'clock now. And I welcome Professor Ravichandran from Gandhikram Rural Institute. He is in fact associated with the UBA Unat Bharat Abhiyan. And our institution is well ahead with the activities in the UBA, and there are so many credentials we have received through our guidance, Professor Uma Maheshwaran. So at this juncture, I thank Uma Maheshwaran also for bringing us different credentials to our institution. And as far as IEEE is concerned, in fact, I was associated with IEEE when I was in the 3rd year. Probably more than 3 decades back, I was a student member. I joined IEEE. That is the first occasion. I did the 3rd year in 1986. So that time, to become an IEEE member is an honor. Even now also it is an honor. But to become a member at that time, it is very difficult because we have to pay in terms of the dollar. Now, payment through any point in the globe is very easy. Just from your mobile, if you just click a button, I can pay. But at that time, to become a member, I have to pay $30, probably 1,200 it seems. To pay 1,200, it took 1 month for me. And after 1.5 months, I got the membership card from IEEE. That is the first occasion I have the interaction with IEEE. And IEEE is, in fact, to become a member and being a member is an honor for any professional. Because why I'm saying the professionals, even yesterday also, some of you have come to me to get the signature. I was explaining what is meant by professional. Did not. So professional means the way in which you approach, the way in which you do your activity, the way in which the outcome that comes from you. It should be professional, not in terms of your physical appearance or in terms of the other makeups. Okay. And IEEE is one society with one of the largest member society. And it is going to give technological advancement, especially for helping the mankind, human. That is the first motive. You look into the websites, everywhere there will be a technological advancement to help the humanity. That is the motto of IEEE. And the other point is, by being a member, you may see it is too costly. But whatever you are paying to the IEEE, actually will get back in terms of 10 times at least the benefits. Benefits not in terms of money, benefit in terms of technological use. And the IEEE is organization which is going to give the standards. Anywhere you go, whether it is a Wi-Fi module or Arduino board or Raspberry Pi, whatever you name, any embedded system or VLSI or any branch other than electronics, IEEE is going to give their standard. Standard. Probably once you go into the department further, you will come to know the standards for anything. So IEEE is one such society. So get into the IEEE society and utilize the resources. So with these few words, let me welcome you all once again for this wonderful occasion. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I will request Dr. S. Gunda, IEEE Student Branch Counselor, IEEE Sairam Chapter, to give an introduction about IEEE. Very good afternoon to all of present here. Respected CEO of Sairam Institutions, Sai Prakash Leomuthu, respected Principal, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, respected Director, Dr. Kurkumaran, respected Dean Academics, Dr. Raja, Chief Guest of the day, Dr. Sampath Kumar, Global Chair, IEEE, HAT, and Dr. Ravichandran, Professor and Coordinator of UBA from Gandhigram University, and Dr. Uma Maheshwaran, UBA Coordinator, and fellow staff members, and my dear IEEE student coordinators of various technical and non-technical events, and all my dear students. Very good afternoon. On behalf of Department of ECE and on behalf of IEEE Student Branch, I take immense pleasure in welcoming all for this IEEE Day celebration. And to celebrate this event, the first time we are celebrating this IEEE event in our college. And because if you are interested in any concert, you will celebrate. So now we are entering into the big zone of IEEE.
So we decided to celebrate this IEEE day today. So we invited one eminent person from IEEE, who is an alumni of our college. Actually, he is my student. I am proud to say that he is my student. I took class for him during his second year. So, but if you look at the profile of that person, it's a tremendous growth. So I am proud to say that you will see how he is going to address you people, and he developed his all success only through IEEE forum. So he is the best example for all of you. So that's why we invited today to celebrate IEEE Day. Dr. Ravichandran from Gandhigram University, UBA coordinator, regional UBA coordinator, and he will address you the importance of UBA and how we can relate the IEEE and UBA combination. So IEEE is a technical forum, and UBA is a that is one of it's a social service forum. Record. So that is possible only through the innovation, and innovation is possible only if you do some kind of research or if you get involved with some kind of technological development. So IEEE is one such a forum we can achieve that technological development. That's why we are merging these two domains, IEEE and UBA. And so we have two eminent personalities to talk about these domains, how we can make use of these forums. And then and we are talking, what is the IEEE and the benefits. We used to conduct many programs about the IEEE awareness. So what is IEEE, all those things. But the thing is, in general, technological advancement. That is the theme of IEEE Day, is leveraging technology for humanity, for advancement of humanity. So that is possible, and usually what we think for the new concept. And what is IEEE does means it goes for the new, that is advancement, the latest one. So that's the main theme of the IEEE Day. Actually, the exact the statement of IEEE Day theme is leveraging technology for a better tomorrow. So when will you get better tomorrow? Only if you are succeeding in your life, succeeding in your technology. That is, we need to do something useful for the society. So all these systems are existing systems are available with some pros and cons. So we have to apply the technology to eliminate the disadvantages. So there comes the innovation. So innovation is possible only through research, R&D. So where is the source? Where we get these resources to do the innovation and other things, the research things? We need some suitable resources. So IEEE is one such a forum to provide all kinds of latest resources for the development of humanity. So simply we can say it like this. So leveraging technology for a better tomorrow. This is the theme of IEEE Day. And when we celebrate any event, if you are happy and if you are satisfied with any concept, you will celebrate that moment. So we are getting lot of benefits being an IEEE member. So the IEEE Day started celebrating from 1884 onwards. So the first event, IEEE Day, was celebrated on 1884, and from that every year we are celebrating this IEEE Day on October 5th. And we can celebrate this day either on October 5th or either plus or minus 10 days. This is allowed because if you have some major commitments on October 5th, then we will miss the opportunity. So worldwide they are celebrating the event before or after the October 5th. So we decided to celebrate the month today from October 1st, 2nd and 3rd. So as a part of the IEEE Day celebration, we have arranged, we are organizing 4 technical events and 4 non-technical events. And we have got 500 plus registrations all over India and few registrations from other countries also, foreign countries also. And if you look at how many batches, we got a lot of response for technical and if you look at the batches, paper presentation, 35 teams registered, and project presentation, 15 teams, short plan, 10 teams, and idea done for 40 teams registered from various colleges of India, and non-technical events adds up 37 teams registered, connections 267 members, Black and Taker 100, Sherlock 224 registrations we received as a part of the IEEE Day celebration. And today we completed technical events, and we have planned 13 parallel sessions. We organized 13 parallel sessions to complete all the technical events. And tomorrow we are planning to conduct the non-technical events, and Sunday evening validity. So all the winners will be given with prizes, first prize, second prize, third prize for all the events. And along with the certificate, you will be receiving the prizes also, and participants will receive the participation certificate. So with this, so we need to celebrate everything. What if any concept is useful for our life, that we need to celebrate. So that's why we are. So IEEE is part of our technical life. It's definitely going to help to improve our lifestyle. So we need to celebrate. So we started celebrating the IEEE Day today onwards. So 1, 2, 3 days we are going to celebrate at Sairam campus. So be a part of it and make use of the IEEE facilities and develop yourself. Okay. With these few words, once again I welcome all for this wonderful IEEE Day celebration. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I will request Dr. K. Rajendra Prasad, Principal, Sairam Engineering College, to address the gathering.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Respected CEO Sai Prakash Priyamuthu, beloved Director, respected CIO, respected Dean Academics, Dr. Raja, Professor and IEEE Students Chapter Coordinator of Sairam Engineering College, Dr. Brinda, the student friends, and the chief guest of the today function, Mr. Sampath Kumar Veera Raghavan. We are very proud that he is an alumni of our Sairam Engineering College, and he is a global leader in technology for socially good, senior technology and program management leader, global chair of IEEE Humanitarian Activities Committee. He is with us. Honorable guest, Professor Dr. K. Ravichandran, Regional Coordinator of Varat Bharat Abhiyan, Gandhigram Rural Institute, Dindigul, and our own Professor Dr. Uma Maheshwaran is a coordinator of the Varat Bharat Abhiyan, Sri Sairam Engineering College. And on behalf of IEEE, on behalf of the IEEE Day, on behalf of the management and Sairam Engineering College, I welcome all the guests as well as the student friends for this great occasion. So So we are very proud that this IEEE chapters we started long back, but it is so active for past 1 year. So many of the students and faculty members are becoming members. Many societies and chapters are to be started in our institution. Initially, people will think that it should be oriented towards only for the electrical engineers and electronics engineers. Now, if you see in engineering itself, it is becoming interdisciplinary. Maybe if you see 3 decades before or 2 decades or 1 decade before, engineering means we will say that it is a discipline oriented. It belongs to civil engineering. Is an electrical engineer, a computer science engineer. Now we cannot say like that because it's become an interdisciplinary. So you are only well versed within a particular domain. Only I am an electronics and communication engineer. I know only this limited area. So it is a very difficult to shine. It is very difficult to work at all. So you should know about the interdisciplinary. Everything you have to. So for that, similarly, the IEEE also now it is an interdisciplinary. Almost if you see the journals or activities are done by the IEEE, a civil engineering student, a mechanical engineering student, an electrical faculty, or an electronics or a computer science, all the people are put together, they are working on this. In any engineering activity, if you take, so it is not a specific domain. It is to be a combination of all domains put together. So the applications are to be done. You take in a satellite side or you go for automobile, wherever you take an automobile industry. Previously we were thinking that it belongs to mechanical engineering and production engineering. Now it is not like this. Only 50% mechanical and 50% electronics. Now it becomes all the designs are to be done by the computer science students and the IT students. A lot of all instrumentation or dashboard is contained, students and instrumentation control engineering students. So if you join in any industry, so if you cannot confine to I am a communication engineering student or a communication engineering aspect, I am a civil engineering or a mechanical, you cannot fix like this. So then it is very difficult to work. So same thing in IEEE also, and many societies. Now if you see, we started a society in the civil engineering. We started a society in the mechanical engineering, electrical engineering. As many students and faculty members are joining and they are learning a lot of things. And also the journals which is published by IEEE from day 1 onwards. So our Dean Academics is already mentioned 30 years back itself. This is one of the standard society. The journals published through this, the research work is done by people, especially on engineering and allied fields, are to be published in these journals. It's a very high quality. So when we are become a member, I also become a member in this. So I'm getting the magazines, I'm getting the journals. So when we are start studying, maybe I thought that I want in the field of energy, especially renewable energy and automotive industry. So there's a lot of journals are coming, latest aspects, whatever are happening in global level. So we cannot get the latest things and what is happening in the global level. This IEEE is not restricted to a particular region or a particular country. Throughout the world, people are there as a members. It is not a society like it is repeated to the Tamil Nadu or it is like India. So in this, the people are from all the countries, the people are members in that, whatever the ideas are, whatever research is going on, they are sharing in this platform. Similarly, if you see the conferences are conducted by IEEE with high standard. Many things, sir, I want to do some innovation. I want to do some research. How we can get it? You cannot get it because we are all undergraduate students or postgraduate students. we are studying through the books and few things we are seeing in the internet. When we are attending such a type of conferences or workshops conducted by IEEE, there is a lot of things are to be presenting in the conferences. That gives an ignite for us. So I have to work on this system. So I want to work on the smart grid. So I am interested to work on the smart grid. So I am interested to work on the automotive technology. I am interested to work on the robotics. Such type of things we can get, the ideas we can get only when we are attending these workshops or seminars or conferences are conducted by the IEEE. Now it will be regular activity, giving a lot of innovation things are to be given in the website as well as in the journals, as well as whenever they conduct the conferences that have to be shared to all the research scholars and to the people who are working on that area. So we are very happy. Many of our students from Sairam Engineering College are becoming a member in the IEEE, and now we are also joined with Unat Bharat Abhiyan. Sir, what is this Unat Bharat Abhiyan? It is nothing but whatever we are studied, whatever the technology we have studied, or through SAE or IET or IST or IEEE, this has to be taken to the common person. So everything you are keeping on the laboratory level, there is no use. So you are keeping everything, you are doing a research and kept on your lab or publishing the papers, there is no use. It has to be taken to the public. For that, the government of India, they taken an initiation like Unat Bharat Abhiyan. So they told that you adopt 5 or 10 villages. Whatever technology you are developing in your institution, we are ready to fund. So that technology you can incorporate in the villages, and it should be make it that we make it as an application oriented. It should be useful for the general public. Research funding lab no use. Everything it has to go to the common man. That is our main aim. For that, the Unat Bharat Abhiyan, we started our coordinator, Dr. Umar Maheshwari, is taking very active. Now I am very happy in a single platform, the IEEE with the Unat Bharat Abhiyan combinedly. That means they are developing the technologies. The Unat Bharat Abhiyan people, they are taking this to the rural people. So that is a very big initiation. Especially here also they are taking about the sustainable development goals also they introduced. So this totally as per our founder chairman's wish, and our CEO is a very keen on that. Whatever we studied, it should be taken as to the rural people. That we started and we are successfully doing. I think we will, with the help of all of you, I think we'll go to the next level. Once again, I congratulate and thank all the IEEE members, and especially I welcome or I thank the 2 important persons. One is Sampath Kumar, another one is Dr. Ravichandran. They accepted our invitation, and here they are sharing their thoughts to the students and faculty friends. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I will request Dr. Sukumran sir, Director Sairam Institute, to address the gathering.
Most respected and beloved Chairman and CEO, the Sai Prakash Muthu, distinguished Chief Guest, and our proud alumni, Sri Sampath Kumar Veeraraghavan, 2021 Global Chair, IEEE HAC, 1920 Global Chair, IEEE Site, President Professor Dr. K. Ravichandran, Professor and Regional Coordinator, Unat Bharat Abhiyan, the Gandhi Gramam Rural Institute, Dindigul, respected CIO Sri Naresh Raj, respected Principal Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Professor Dr. Raja, Dean Academics and Head of ECE of Sairam Engineering College, Professor Dr. Brinda, very active and dynamic IEEE Student Branch Counselor of Sairam Engineering College, Professor Dr. Uma Maheswaran, very vibrant Untitled Chapter Coordinator of Sri Sairam Engineering College. The main pillars, strength for organizing this wonderful event. Student coordinators Aditya Subramanias, Ritika V, Sarath Kumar RG, Shweta D, and all dynamic budding engineers, extraordinary members, intelligent and inspiring, innovative graduates of Sri Sairam. It's a great honor and privilege for us to associate with IEEE and Department of ECE and other circuit branches and members from all the branches for this IEEE. At the outset, I congratulate the entire organizing team, dedicated team, innovative team, creative team for launching this IEEE Day with the international level symposium or festival. I can say it's an extravaganza. I was searching a name in the Google for coming this program. Extravaganza. IEEE Extravaganza, Tech Ninja. It's a great day for all of us. We have to celebrate this day with a lot of fun and innovation. It's one of the milestones in the history of IEEE and Sairam institutions, Sairam Engineering College, for creating a remarkable achievement in IEEE activities. As mentioned by our respected principal and Dean Academics, we were the membership for the past 2 decades. In 93 become a member, 2008 or 9 become a senior member, and we are in the process of going for a next level of elevation. It's a dream for everybody, fellow. We enjoy a lot of benefits. It's only with the theme of IEEE, behind the IEEE. Madam said about the theme, objective or a goal. What's that? IEEE is a non-profit organization advancing for advancements of technology, advancing technological solutions for whom? For humanity, for scientific society, for a common man in the public. So that is objective. That's why now the இரண்டு கைகளும் இணைந்தது IEEE Unnat Bharat Abhiyan joined together. They're doing a lot of activities. Finally, as a student, as a researcher, as a faculty, as a professional college student, as a professional engineering college students, we have social responsibility. Social responsibility, we have social responsibility that we were able to see the technological advancement simplified in a manner which reaches all the public during the Corona period. They were searching for a ventilator, searching for oxygen concentrators, even pulse oximeters, digital thermometers, and also many innovative health, which is a combination of many society. We are able to see that. So that's why a lot of innovation is happening, energy is happening. In my office, and they showcase their innovation, and I thank the organization team of IEEE members here for launching this Tech Ninja and doing wonderful activity. I was able to see 3 important terminology here with the 3 words. See a lot of activities, a lot of energy here, sincerity, dedication, and hard work. So wish you all the best. I hope you will enjoy the 3-day program, and this will be a benchmarking activity among Region 10, Asia Pacific, Global IEEE. And one great news for everybody, IEEE Extreme Programming recognized by worldwide universities and industries. It's a great highest number from Sairam institutions, engineering college. 65 teams. With a lot of enthusiasm. We have a great day. We are expecting October
23rd.
We are expecting a IEEE Extreme Programming competition. Many industries, they are looking forward to select some of the best performer in IEEE Extreme Programming contest. Many foreign universities, they have hidden agenda. They will see the IEEE Extreme Programming competition participations and award winners. They will indirectly communicate with them for their higher studies and research. They will be able to support it. So wish you all the best. I hope and expect this program will be a benchmarking program.
To give an introduction about our chief guest of today,
I feel extremely honored to welcome our chief guest, Sampath Kumar Veeraraghavan, a globally renowned technologist, best known for his technological innovations in addressing global humanitarian and sustainable development challenges. He is a seasoned technology and business leader with over 16 years of experience in top 500 Fortune companies. Throughout his career, he has led business-critical strategic programs and successfully delivered cutting-edge technologies in areas of conversational artificial intelligence, natural language processing, cloud computing, enterprise systems, infrastructure technologies, assistive and sustainable technologies. He served as an expert in the 20 Broadband Commission Working Group and contributed to the IGA, a global school scientific initiative. He is the founder and president of the Brahma, a humanitarian program delivering next generation social innovations to achieve sustainable development goals and benefit marginalized communities globally. He serves as the global chair of 2021 IEEE Humanitarian Activities Committee of the world's largest technical professional organization, the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, USA. In this role, he spearheads the global strategy and portfolio of sustainable development and humanitarian engineering programs to deliver impactful programs to engage and benefit over 4,000 plus IEEE members at the grassroots. Invited talks in international forums, career technology conferences, and industry panels organized by women with technological innovation and cover stories of global media such as IEEE TV, IEEE Spectrum, USA Today, Ieee, Ieee News, and IEEE Transmitter, The Bridge, and ACN News. Received an MSc in electrical engineering from Tufts University, Massachusetts, USA, and a BE degree in computer science engineering from Anna University, India. He currently works as a senior technology and program leader in the current digital industry. That spearheads a portfolio of science and engineering programs.
Now I will request Sampath Kumar to
Thank you. Just want to make sure everyone is able to hear me.
Yes, sir.
Great. Thank you. Thank you all. Okay. I mean, there's a little bit of audio lag in the Zoom, so wanted to make sure people are able to hear us clearly. Wonderful to meet with the Professor Ravichandran as well. Prompts to him. So, greetings to everyone. I'm Sampath Veeraraghavan. I'm the global chair of the IEEE Humanitarian Activity Board, And today, like, I come here to Sairam in different capacities. One, as an alumni, I graduated here in 2005, did my Bachelor of Engineering, and it's been almost close to two decades right now. Over 16 years. I settled down in US, and primarily known for my contributions in the sustainable development space. So I have about 30 minutes. So I want this 30 minutes to be more relevant, specific, and actionable for the students. So what I would like to do is I would like to segment this into three different parts, my presentation. One, I would like to talk about the relevance of IEEE and how the students, the practitioners, the academic practitioners, and the industry experts could leverage that. That's one opportunity we could explore. Second thing is I wanted to focus more on what kind of opportunities available for the student, why we should even care about IEEE. I will tell my personal journey, started from Sairam and where I am today. So that the part I will touch it. And the last one, I want to probably like give you a glimpse of why it is important as a technologist. Last week I delivered a talk in United Nations General Assembly Science Summit, which is one of the topmost technology forum, bringing world leaders in technology. So I will probably give a 360-degree view of that talk to you as well, so that you can explore the possibility. So, and of course, if there's a, we will follow up with quick questions from the audience as well. So with that said, first of all, congratulations to, the Tech Ninja team, for inviting me. Quite honored to be here with prominent other chief guests like, Professor Ravichandran as well. And quite heartening to see my good friend Sai Prakash. We are in the same batch, I would say. I did it in computer science, and Sai did it in IT. Quite happy to see him leading the Sairam institution right now. And also, like, a lot of good memories here. The last time I was there as a chief guest for Sairam, Leo Muthu sir was there. He's always been a great proponent and supporter of my efforts early in the days. So first, let's, with that said, again, thanks to Professor Brinda and Aditya for taking time to connect with me through LinkedIn and, asking me to join. In fact, I have a lot of global talks today. It's about 4:30 a.m. This is my first talk today. And after this, I'm joining two other panels as well in an international forum. So very, very proud because I'm delivering an overall talk for IEEE Day in 2 days about, on Monday. But this is kind of the first initiative Kickstarter talk for me. So with that said, let's quickly talk about IEEE, and we'll talk about the three segments what I touched upon. So IEEE, I think all the eminent professors who spoke before me, they gave a 360-degree view to you. It's the world's largest technical body. It covers the breadth and width of technology. You name any form of technology, likelihood that members are going to be there, part of IEEE. So we have about close to 400,000 members throughout the world, and IEEE support about 2,000 conferences throughout the world. And it's the august body when it comes to engineering, standardization, and everything. And why do we celebrate IEEE Day? It's very simple. We just want to have the spirit of technologists to come together to demonstrate how we could put our skills for the benefit of humanity. That's the larger mission of IEEE, right? Advancing technology for the benefit of humanity. Okay, now let's talk about why it is even relevant. One, I think first, from a student standpoint, probably like preparing paper presentations, from academic setup, publishing of research, exchanging ideas, exchanging knowledge. That's one avenue. But the other avenue is tremendous, right? I mean, you have the best-in-class technology. Now let's talk about the SDG goals. I think someone touched upon that. Sairam is focusing on SDGs as well. Very heartening to hear that. So SDG stands for Sustainable Development Goals, right? Let's talk about that for a few seconds here, right? What do we mean by that? What do we even care about it, right? It's essentially nothing but problems, challenges, right? So can we get some clarity there? So United Nations, as you all know, it's a conglomeration of all the leading, nations throughout the world, right? So they actually, what they did was they, a couple of years back, they sit together, all the different governments, they try to identify what are the major challenges, universal challenges faced across the world. Okay. We are living in the age of era like AI, artificial intelligence, where, your morning, wake up call is done by a spot speaker like Alexa or Google Home. And then you go for a walk, your Apple Watch basically monitors your calories you burnt. And then you come back, I don't know, but in India, but US, we have, smart refrigerators, which tells you the recipe to make for breakfast, and then even if you want to go from a place to another place, your Google, maps, basically it takes dynamically your routing, traffic, and it routes you dynamically, right? Whether it's Netflix, YouTube's recommendation systems, so every piece you are looking here, we have the hardcore technology. We are living in an emerging, I would say, like age of AI. But think about the next 50% of the population, of the planet, right? According to UN statistics, about 40% of Earth still faces, population in Earth faces water scarcity, right? And all of us from Chennai originally, I know how water scarcity is, so that's one thing. Second thing is 4 billion people are yet to be connected to internet. So connect, get connected. 2 billion people are still yet to be connected, don't have a proper access to proper renewable energy sources. People are still using hoods, burning kerosene, which is again, causing cancerous, diseases and so forth, right? And again, millions of people were already living below poverty line. This is before the pandemic, BC. Before, we have now in an era where it's no longer before. BC stands for before Christ. It becomes before Corona, right? So the pandemic has in fact pushed us into it, right? So this 17 SDGs, coming back to it, right? It's actually a representative of all the different challenges that's universally applicable. And at one end, you have the best-in-class technology, which is the IEEE, and then the other end, you have these grandest challenges, right? So this grandest challenges actually provides you the opportunity for innovation, right? Think about it, right? So a personal connect here is that when I was in Sairam, it is my third year project. Fourth year, final year project, right? So 15 years back, I wanted to develop one of the AI system to screen and detect autism. That was my starting point of my journey throughout IEEE. I'll talk about how many awards I won, other thing. But when I wanted to start that project, there was a huge set of appreciation and motivation from my teachers, from computer science department, generally. But there is also a word of caution, because final year project, you have to show your project to be successful. And I wanted to put my technical skill into action. So I want to solve a problem which is relevant to the local community there, right? But then the challenge here is that if I fail, then the chances of getting me good mark probably in the final year, it is also needed as per the process, right? So that project actually was it was an eye opener, because I was able to work backwards, partnered with the local community there, parents of the autistic children. I was able to work backwards, understand the needs, then I was able to develop a solution. So that project basically was awarded the best project, like in Sairam, as well as it won a lot of global awards actually at that point. I was invited to deliver a talk in Australia. I was the only person invited from Asia at that point, and that experience motivated me. And the next project I designed was basically designing the first ever large-scale information system on disability for the government of Tamil Nadu freely. These are all my passionate project. I have a full-time job, but on the side. So basically, that project was to cover 1 million disabled people to the state of Tamil Nadu, and that I was able to deliver. So that journey continued. Today, I spearhead IEEE's largest humanitarian activity board, which actually provides a portfolio of global programs. We'll see that in a second. So where I manage the global strategy and the programs in 160 countries. And in the last 16 years, I have served in 20+ global boards. And in fact, today, the election is starting for IEEE Eta Kappa Nu, which is the highest honor society within IEEE, where we had key leaders like Larry Page, Martin Cooper, the founder of Cell Phone, our own Narayanamurthy sir, like all these eminent people are honored. This is the highest top level board. And I'm honored to say that I've been I've been considered as one of the presidential candidate for this board. Now the election starts, so this is a unique honor, but it's very rare that people from India are selected. Only probably 1 or 2 people in the last 100 years probably have been have run probably here. I probably will be the youngest presidential candidate in this election as well. So what I'm getting here is that you have to go after your passion, your dream. And one thing I have always learned in life is be a, one way is to be a frog in a well, in the sense is don't listen to the negativity. Be focused on what you can achieve. So with that said, what I want to show you quickly is the possibility. Okay, like IEEE Day is that, but what I can take, like what are the opportunities you can participate? How can you put your skills into action, right? Let's talk about that, right? So I'm going to take a few seconds to show you a slide here. Let me know, are you able to see the screen? Can someone confirm me that you're able to see the screen in the chat box?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Okay, so this is the talk I delivered last week in United Nations General Assembly, like a science summit. But let me actually give you a glimpse of what we spoke about. So we spoke about the SDG goals already, right? The 17 SDG goals, the universal themes, and this 17 SDG goals provides you the blueprint to build a better and inclusive future for everyone, right? And the goals are interconnected. Whether when you say interconnected, say if you want to come back with novel solutions to increase your yield or productivity in agriculture, that means more people is going to have access to food supply. It's going to increase your food security. That means you are going to eradicate the goal. I mean, you're going to contribute to the goal on no poverty, right? So all these goals are interconnected. Let me quickly skim through this. We spoke about some of the statistics already, right? Why do you want to how large of a difference all these goals are? I mean, these challenges are, right? We spoke about that, and also from innovation standpoint, these are large. These provides tremendous opportunity for impact. At the same time, it also has a potential for $12 trillion US markets opportunity for innovation. We spoke about AI. I'm not going to touch upon that. Maybe in a few things I will touch upon that. But I think the goal here is let's go back and look at IEEE and show you some examples to you all. Okay. Let's talk about humanitarian activity. I think someone talked about in the earlier note that, hey, how do we actually technology is there. I think the government of India, I think he has, has rolled out a program to make sure that technology can be taken to the grassroots, right? That is the core purpose of the Humanitarian Activity Board, actually, the committee, actually, which I spearhead globally, So this is a global board which actually provides, a lot of global programs. We'll talk about that, what is relevant here. So there is 4 distinct opportunity for you all here. One, awareness. Basically, how you can apply your technical skills for social cause. Okay, that's one thing, right? The second thing is if you're a student, then, you get to work on a real world project. And, you get to strengthen not only your technical skills, but also your leadership skills so that you can actually, in a nutshell, it prepares you to be industry ready, actually, right? Because when you want to go to industry, we look for project management skills. We look for, how good you are with the multi-stakeholder engagement and so forth. So you have a lot of training that's available freely for IEEE members, Thirdly, we provide project funding. For COVID, we provide up to $5,000 US, if you are working on a project which is relevant to address the needs of the local community. In fact, under my leadership, last year site, which is we'll talk about that program actually received a record number of growth. It grew from 4,000 to 19,000 members. That's why the board of directors saw the impressive growth and appointed me as the Humanitarian Activity Chair this year. Now you can also see here the Sustainable Development Community. The goal here is to create a global community to bring together practitioners, communities throughout the world, so that we can collectively solve these challenges, not in silo, but as a single voice, as a single family. So this is again why I have to do it, right? So when I was at Sairam, again going back and correlating, right? I think my passion was to serve the underserved community. So naturally, my project directly connected me to that, developing a technology for the social good. So you are contributing, to a larger cause. At the same time, at a personal level, it provides immense satisfaction. That also gave a lot of opportunity to interface and network with experts, medical experts, industrial experts, to make sure that are we developing the right solution from the standpoint of the local community there, right? So the beauty here is the needs of these SDGs challenges, what we spoke about, drives innovation, right? Electricity was invented because somebody saw the need for it, right? So need is basically the mother of innovation. The necessity is the mother of innovation. So that it's important that whatever final year projects you want to invest on, make sure there's a clear-cut need for it. Work backwards from that. And about the other aspects, what we offer here is that a site actually is another, unique program what we offer. It's called a special interest group on humanitarian technology. The idea here is you get actually the local IEEE members partner with the local non-profit organizations or the local players, and they work with the local community to understand their needs and formulate solutions. So this is the program which has seen a record-breaking growth under my leadership in the last 2 years. And this year I am the chair of the parent committee for it, which is HAC. But this is free for anyone. You don't even need to be an IEEE member. So take a look at it. Lot of amazing opportunity for students, young professionals, and even like I would say like academician, how you could actually leverage some of the funding programs, or even how you could contribute your own expertise to mentor a program throughout the world. Now, speaking about the COVID one, some examples here for you all to understand the breadth and width. So this year again, HAC, the board which I'm leading has been here for almost a couple of years right now, but this year it's record-breaking growth in the history of HAC. So I'm glad to deliver that as the chair, global chair of this committee. And you can see some of the examples here, projects done in our own Brit from India, right? So you can see like when COVID actually came in, I think what happened was the farmers in northern India got impacted because they didn't have proper people to do the irrigation for their lands. So what they did was actually the local members actually came back with the solutions to do an automatic irrigation system, which was installed. They leverage machine learning models, and they developed a mobile app so that they can routinely drive the irrigation level of the local land to keep the yield going on. So this one was a successfully funded program. Another example from Nigeria, where one of the biggest challenge here is that in poor resource setting, you wanted to reduce the spread of the pandemic. So who knows? I mean, if somebody told us like 2 years back that you need a mask and sanitizer, we all would have laughed about it, right? But then when the pandemic hit us, the sanitizers and the mask were even more critical than gold and diamonds, right? That's the necessity, right? So in this project, they created a robotic system which actually like dispersed, which will measure the temperature, and it also measured, it will also dispense, sanitization, so that the local common places, public places in Nigeria can benefited by that, So this is an example of that. Another project from Peru. You can see here how machine learning was used to actually collect the demand and supply, and they were able to do a forecasting based on that. That's also a very critical need. So what opportunities you all have, right? I mean, it's free. Go and register for it. You should go and simply register for site membership. The second thing is Sairam has an IEEE student branch. So think about the possibility of formatting a site group as well. Excuse me. And funding, we provide funding program. This year we just completed our funding cycle. Again, the funding cycle will open in early Jan. So go for it, and I'll be even happy to have a follow-up workshop if you all need guidance on how to formulate a tech-based humanitarian program. You can think about it. The last one is, partnership. I mean, we have a lot of great partnership, in terms of internal and external organizations. I'm talking about like UN, a lot of great global organizations. So you would benefit from the multi-stakeholder engagement and networking opportunities what we offer. So with that said, let me give a quick glimpse of how we could put emerging technology into action. A few highlights basically. See, AI is something a very unique field. Most of you are probably students who are very passionate about pursuing. AI does not currently have any specific, it's very universal in its application. Whether you take mechanical engineering, you can use AI for robotics. And if you take, AI, it is pretty much prevalent, whether it's civil engineering or like whether you are doing a modeling or you are doing, healthcare related simulations, it's there, right? So think about a unique application where you could leverage. I mean, data is the oil for the next 100 years or even more than that, right? So think about applications where you could bring together, interdisciplinary, fields together so that you could actually make a larger impact. So with that said, I think there are a few areas where you could apply the emerging technologies like AI. Healthcare is one where you could use machine learning algorithms for, computer vision techniques for, capturing tumors probably through, segmenting and classifying your, X-rays or CT scan images. You can also create recommendation systems. You can also create programs which could actually leverage satellite images to map the various school. I mean, one of the projects last year where I was part of a United Nations program called as GIGA. The idea was to connect all the schools in the world actually. So they leverage satellite images and machine learning algorithms to do this school mapping, actually, which is vital for many governments, actually, to plan for how they could deliver the technology. So in a nutshell, I think at one side you have the opportunity, right? You have disaster response, healthcare, emerging needs, the SDG, the sustainable development challenges, what we are talking about. The other end, you have the best-in-class technology. The goal here is how do you bridge between these two, so that you can actually advance the technology for the benefit of humanity. That's the larger mission of IEEE. So with that said, I'm going to stop here. Want to make sure that if there's a few questions from the audience, I'm happy to take that. But again, I would like to congratulate the Sairam institution and thank the audience. I mean, the organizing committee of the Tech Ninja committee, the students who are involved in, and the local IEEE student branch for inviting me. This is a very unique opportunity, and definitely, as a super senior to the students out there, if you're looking for guidance to pursue your higher education or general want to pursue your research, just touch base with Professor Brinda, or you can connect me in LinkedIn. I'm happy to mentor and guide you all. Okay, so good luck to you all. With that said, again, very happy and proud to see and connect with Professor Ravichandran today. Thanks to many of the teachers today on the call. I mean, I still call them teacher because whether it's Rajendran sir, I mean, he was in mechanical HOD at the time when I was doing my bachelor's. We have Professor Uma on the call from CSE. A lot of people, like I would say, like Brinda ma'am has been one of my favorite teachers from the ECE department. So it is in a way for me homecoming. So make sure as a student you network with your super seniors, leverage that network so that you could actually deliver and progressively will make an impact in your career. Okay, good luck to you all. Stay safe and healthy. I'm hoping to be there in India in the next 2-3 months. Definitely with an opportunity to meet in person. Take care, everyone. So if there are any few questions, I'm happy to take that from the students or from the faculty.
Thank you, sir, for such an enlightening and inspiring talk. Our students are benefited by it also. With all the due respect, we would like to thank you for your presence and giving our teaching. Despite your busy schedule, found time today to occasion. Thank you, sir. As a token of respect from Sairam Engineering College, we proudly present you this e-momentum certificate. Please be accepted, sir.
Thank you. I'm quite honored. But yeah, I think meeting you all today was even more, satisfying opportunity to come back to the campus after close to 10 years right now. So really grateful for the invite and for the opportunity to meet you all today.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Neha to give an introduction about our second chief guest, Dr. K. Ravichandran. I'm progressing to take the opportunity to introduce our honorable chief guest, Dr. K. Ravichandran, Regional Coordinator of Untitled Chapter, Professor, Department of Commerce in the Gandhigram Global Institute, with IOS Specialization in Enterprise Development, Corporate Rural Finance, and Humanitarian Activity. He has over 20 years of experience in teaching and research, published over 22 books, 22 articles, and has completed over 5 projects. Now he is a member of the Business Committee of the Public Education System, a national advisory committee in the UAE, and regional coordinator with the state, guide, and monitor the activities of the public college, universities, and polytechnics for implementing programs under the DEPT 2.0 in 11 districts of Tamil Nadu. He has organized more than 100 training programs on various aspects under IEEE for the benefit of employees and the members of the corporation. Now he is currently preparing a detailed project report for the implementation of the IEEE in Puducherry and Karaikal districts. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Ma, for your nice words for welcoming me. Very good afternoon to one and all joined here. Most renowned chief guest of this day, Mr. Sampath Kumar Veeraraghavan, as the alumni of this great institution. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the principal, Dr. J. Raja, Dean, Dr. S. Brinda, IE Coordinator, and Dr. S.K. Uma Maheswaran, Coordinator of the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, and student children. Very good afternoon. I'm happy to join with you this IEEE program, wherein I understand from the speakers from the institution as well as the guest that you want to connect the theory with the practice. I'm happy about it. I'm also happy about it. Dr. Sambat Kumar Veeraraghavan is actually looking his role in the perspective of sustainable development goal. I'm very happy, sir, really, because India too committed for sustainable development goal to be achieved by 2030. Nidhi Aayog is monitoring the progress at different levels, and state, as far as state is concerned, state planning commissions are monitoring the progress. But though at different levels, varied efforts have been taken to involve all the departments, all the programs with the indicators of the sustainable development goals, still miles to go. As far as Unnat Bharat Abhiyan is concerned, we, the regional coordinating institution, recently last month, we have conducted a intensive program, virtual intensive program on sustainable development goal and community outreach for about 21 days. Wherein we have enrolled around 4,000 students from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. They learned about sustainable development goal. The great achievement of that intensive, even the coordinator from this institution was speaking with me. For during that particular month, everyone was speaking about sustainable development goal. The amount of 4,000 students under their institutions, they were speaking about sustainable development goals, which includes arts and science colleges, general universities, technical institutions, medical institutions. So this is a great achievement. That means the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan wanted to connect all its programs with the sustainable development goal, number one. Number two, I want to submit to you, whenever you want to take the innovations and technologies available with the IEEE network, you can utilize the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan platform. It is working with 15,000 villages in the country. More than 3,000 institutions have been covered under this program. And as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, we are working with more than 1,500 villages. So some work regularly is going on, and we are trying to connect all this work with the SDG. So suppose if you want to take any of your innovations which are relevant to for the village or common man, that we can take immediately. So with these two preludes, now I would like to say something about Unnat Bharat Abhiyan and how the role of the engineering students can be connected with the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. Because as a regional coordinator, whenever I'm visiting the institutions, the common queries are coming like this. Sir, we are from engineering, we are from medical students, or we are from art science streams. Do we have relevance for the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan? Like this, a common question is coming. Yes, everyone is having relevant, because everyone is having responsibility to develop our own neighborhood. Because from neighborhood, we learn a lot. From neighborhood, we take all advantages. We grow, we enrich our knowledge, we enrich our skill. In 10, we should see that the knowledge, skill, and attitude set with us, with the education institutions, should be fully utilized for the development of the villages and the colonies. So what is the advantage is, when you are going to the application, you can learn to what extent your learnings are really having merit, or really having advantage, or really having a meaning. Whether your learning is having a meaning, your skill is having a meaning or not. When you are going to the village, you can really understand during the application of all your learning skills, the village development. As far as Unnat Bharat Abhiyan is concerned, it is one of the flagship program of the Ministry of Education, Government of India. Those higher education institutions, polytechnic, B.Ed colleges, arts and science colleges, engineering colleges, medical college or universities, if they wanted to join with the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, simple formalities, they can visit the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan website, and it is giving all directions where to go. So it is a simple procedure. Once the ministry accepts your application for joining with the UBA, then you can become a participating institution under Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. Right now, Unnat Bharat Abhiyan is working the 6 themes: agriculture, water management, renewable energy, artisans, and basic communities and convergence. So these 6 themes are the theme for the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. There are 14 subject expert groups are there to guide the subject proposals to be carried out in the villages. As a participating institution, once you are joining the UBA, it is expected that you have to select 5 villages. Then online registration will be there. Once you are getting your approval, you will become a participating institution, and you have to plan for a village development. For that purpose, you have to prepare yourself to conduct household survey and village survey. Based on your learnings in the household survey and village survey, you can propose projects to the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. Once they are sanctioned, you have to implement the project. Regularly, you have to monitor the progress in the implementation of the project as well as its impact on the society. So regular evaluation must be there. So during this process, not only the staff or the faculty members you are involved in Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, but also the students should go to the village and undertake the work. So say for example, the final year students are the pre-final year students, you may be having a project work. You are inventing some work and you go to the village and see that whether that invention is having real application or not. Like that, you can use the UBA platform for all purposes. As far as funding is concerned, UBA provides fund at 4 levels. First level, 50,000 rupees will be given to the institution for adopting 5 villages. So 10,000 per village. You can undertake a village survey, household survey, awareness programs. Then suppose you want to develop a new project. If some students, they join together, they want to develop a new project. Up to 1 lakh rupees they will give you as a fund for undertaking a project. And suppose the advantage with the UBA is we are having an all India network wherein we have close collaboration and MOU with the leading institutions called Tribal Cooperative Marketing Federation, CSIR, and other institutions. So suppose you are having some problem in the adopted village, or you want to invent something. Suppose that invention or that solution is already available with the CSIR. So what you can do, you can use the UBA platform to dovetail that technology support, and you can add something with the existing technology, and you can implement in your village. For that purpose, up to 50,000 rupees is given as a project cost. Suppose even with the Ieee, some projects they are having, you want to bring that project for the welfare of your village, you can customize those projects. Suppose this year from April to March 2022, your works are commendable, your works are appreciated, your works are really meaningful and relevant to the society. Then based on your performance, Unnat Bharat Abhiyan provides you 1,75,000 rupees as a perennial fund award for an institution. So last year, at all India level, 78 institutions only have been selected among the 2,600 village, institutions. Only 78 institutions alone selected. So that is a advantage here. Suppose you are working regularly, you will be getting 1,75,000 rupees award as a perennial fund award. More than that, suppose you are working in the particular village, for enhancing or expansion of your work, you are bringing the government support or alumni support or the support of your own institutions like that. Suppose you are pulling some 1 crore rupees for a development work in the village. It may be in the form of hard cash, or it may be in the form of labor contribution or some material contribution, like whatever may be the case. So suppose 1 lakh you are pulling, out of that 10% will be given as assistance incentive to your college, your institution. So 10 lakh rupees you will be getting. And for 1,75,000 rupees and 10 lakh rupees, what is the budget that you have to decide? For 1 lakh rupees and 50,000 also, what is the budget that you have to decide? 50,000 also, what is the budget? How you are going to spend it? That you have to decide. So this is the cushion given by the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan of the Ministry of Education. The National Coordinating Institution is Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi. So here you are having regional coordinating institutions. We are having a network of UB institutions in Tamil Nadu as well as in India. Wherever you go, you have an opportunity to connect yourself with the existing technology or connect yourself with the innovators. So that advantage is there. So I appeal all the engineering graduates who have been assembled here to utilize the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan platform to scale up yourself, so that whatever the things you are learning or you are innovating in a classroom atmosphere, that you can find whether it has really relevance at the field level. Like that, you can go ahead. And suppose you want to go for patent. Suppose your innovations is attracting a patent, means for that purpose also, Unnat Bharat Abhiyan will be facilitating you to go ahead with the patent and also a startup. So all the facilities are available with the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan platform. So the other funding support is your institutional support, alumni support, and the convergence with the existing team, CSR possibilities, all these things you can utilize. So what are the convergence? For convergence, what are the schemes and the programs that is being implemented in Tamil Nadu? What you have to do is go to the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan website. In the down corner, right hand side, the downward corner of the UBI website, you can find that themes. So in the theme convergence, you just click. Suppose you are clicking this convergence, UBI convergence, you will be getting a list of states. There you just type Tamil Nadu. You will be getting this booklet. This booklet speaks about what are the government schemes and the programs that are being implemented in Tamil Nadu. So what is the advantage is, suppose you want to work in a particular village, say these are the 5 villages. I understand from your report that you have adopted these 5 villages or 5 clusters in your area. So suppose Somangalam, you want to do some work. Now you want to know what are the government schemes and the programs that are being implemented here. You go to that website, download the booklet, and based on that information available in the booklet, you meet the revenue authorities here, maybe village panchayat or the block development officer. You meet these people, they will explain whether this project is being implemented here or not. Suppose if it is implemented, to what extent you can take the advantage of that scheme to your village or cluster, you can think about it. So suppose right now, what is the problem? You are having a number of problems, but you can try to find out simple solutions. Say, for example, drinking water distribution. Every year, we are having adequate amount of water in all reservoirs. But when comes to the utilization point, we are having a shortage. Where lies the fault? The distribution point. So the distribution point to be made effective, we need better solutions or innovative solutions, because the existing solutions are not adequate to meet the challenges that every day we are facing with the distribution of water. So suppose now this is a rainy situation. You might have seen in Chennai city that everywhere the corporation is cleaning the debris and they are cleaning the waterways and everything they are doing. But even then, when flood is coming or when a heavy downpour is there, the problem of drinking water distribution, the problem of removing the debris or the waste are always a problem. So what you can do, you can think about in one particular point or one particular area, how to make the water distribution more effective. For that purpose, you can try to find innovative solutions. Then household energy consumption. My simple question before you, the engineering graduates assembled here. Have you done an energy audit in your house? Every month or every 2 months, we are paying energy bill, EB bill. Have you done energy audit for your house? If you have done it, you scale up that energy audit to your village, your area, so that two things can be harvested as advantage. One is you can try to utilize, you can try to reduce down the use of energy, unwanted use of the energy. Next, you can maximize the use of energy in where the energy requirements are there. That you can do it. So, say for example, in your own hall right now, what is the energy consumption of the hall right now in the seminar hall? Do you have any idea about it? Have you think about it? Suppose if you want to maintain the energy level, what is the required in the particular hall? So, what is the equipment you are having? What is the energy being wasted there? So, like that, you can think about it and find innovative solutions. Then you can think about the entrepreneurs. So daily in your house, say for example, in front of our house, you may find n number of small petty traders. They are the MSME sector. So these traders are daily facing n number of problems. Is it possible to digitalize their needs or their transactions? Is it to what extent it is possible? How to provide innovative solutions to that? You can think about it. Then collection of transportation and disposal of waste and the management of waste is a major query before us. How we are going to dispose all the waste? It is not collecting the waste and disposing the waste in somewhere and making another particular point as the worst point. It is not like that. How we are going to utilize the waste in economically, how we are going to utilize the waste without polluting the environment. These are the questions before us. So every one of us, yourself, the students, ourselves, every one of us, we are having the responsibility to find innovative solutions. Suppose today you are finding one solution, within a couple of days or couple of months or couple of years, this solution may not be relevant. We need to go for a new solution. So that advantage, possibilities are there. The young graduates who have assembled here, you can think about it, how you can utilize the platform to test the relevance of your innovations in the real life situations. For that purpose, the convergence possibilities, say for example, 100 days work, MG Narega. Under MG Narega, it is mandated that those who have registered with that Government of India and state government should provide 100 days employment work. So, to what extent we are ready to support this MG Narega work? Whether our innovations are there to facilitate these people or not. So, these are the questions before us. And whatever the work you are doing, try to link your work with the already developed indicators for the Sustainable Development Goals. As far as India is concerned, the UN has given indicators for all 17 goals. As far as India is concerned, we have finalized 200 indicators for 17 goals. It is the indicators, the list of indicators is available with the Niti Aayog. So you can go to the Niti Aayog website, you can download the booklet and you can see what are the indicators. And as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, again, all these indicators, 200 indicators are localized. So according to the Tamil Nadu situation, which is available in the Tamil Nadu State Planning Commission website. Now, Tamil Nadu State Development Council, the nomenclature has been changed. So you go to Tamil Nadu State Planning Commission website and you can see that SDG indicators for Tamil Nadu is available. So the advantage is whenever you do some work, the extension work, you link yourself with the already developed indicators. The advantage is you can measure your work to what extent you have achieved in that particular extension work, and to what extent your work is having relevance at the field level, and it is useful for the common man. So these are the advantages. Once again, I am telling to I am happy that to hear from the honorable guest, Mr. Samath Kumar Veeraraghavan is speaking about sustainable development goal. Right from the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, I am always working on that. I am also suggesting to the National Coordinating Institution that all the works of UBA must be linked with the SDG. We are all doing that work, and you are also motivating the young children on SDG. That is a relevant point, and the network of the Ieee can fully utilize the UBA platform to reach the common man. For whatever the support you want from UBA, we are always supportive to the most renowned institution, Sairam Engineering College, and the guest. Thank you for the opportunity given to me. If at all you are having any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you.
For such an enlightening and inspiring talk. Our students got very impressed by your talk. It's all a real welcome. We would like to thank you for your presence at this inauguration ceremony. Despite your busy schedule, you find time to create this occasion. Thank you, sir. To token of respect from the final everybody, we finally accepted this key moment to a new certificate. Please accept it, sir. To UBA coordinator, Sairam UBA captain to deliver the role of science. Good evening. First of all, I would like to thank all the organizers, student organizers, Nandri. So good evening. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. This is what we have to live. Right, yes. For more, thanks. First of all, I would like to express our wholehearted gratitude to our chairman and CEO, Sri Sai Prakash sir, for giving the opportunity to conduct this kind of wonderful event. Also, I would like to thank our dynamic CEO, Mr. Haresh sir. Specifically, the chief justice today, our alumni and my student, Mr. Samath Kumar Veeraraghavan gave a wonderful speech. Yeah, I'm very happy. I would like to say my sincere thanks to our today's chief guest, Mr. Samath Kumar Veeraraghavan. He is a global leader in technology for the social senior technology and program management leader. Specifically global chair IEEE. Wonderful speech. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to express my sincere thanks to our today's another chief guest, the man of simplicity, regional coordinator, Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, UBA Gandhigram University, Dr. K. Arichindan sir for his present address. Thank you so much, sir. Inspiring speech. Very much thank you. Next, I would like to express my thanks to our veterinary academy, great researcher of electric engineering of Dr. Orkuman sir, and I would like to express my thanks to our principal and my captain of Sairam Engineering College, Dr. Ieee sir. Thank you for the valuable talk. Thank you, sir. Specifically, I'm really happy to say this word. Our HOD and Dean Academic Advisor sir giving the opportunity to me to give a lot of thanks and to participate in this event. Thank you, our Dean Academic HOD ECE, Dr. Randall sir. Thank you so much, sir, for the motivational words. And also, I would like to say my special thanks to my brother, Dr. S. Brinda, wonderful coordinator, doing a lot of activities and excellent vibrant coordinator of Sairam IEEE student finance counselor for
organizing this wonderful and excellent activity. Thank you. My sincere thanks to all HODs, faculty members of Sairam Institute, and students of all departments. Last but not least, I would like to express my overall thanks to the student coordinators, especially Aditya and Gavin and team. And student coordinators share some various societies and the student coordinators of Sairam Institute. Thank you all, dear students of ECE department. Thank you, Randa. Thank you.
Come on, it's a golden time. Golden time to ask questions. Don't hesitate to ask questions. Come on. Very willing to answer all your questions. See his face. You are senior. Boy said one question. No formal questions. Just ask any question. Any question you can ask with your senior. You will enjoy.
Hello, sir. I'm Ritika. So I just recently joined IEEE, and I really feel so glad to know that you have been an alumni of this college, and you're also such a huge person here. So I just really wanted to ask, how was it like IEEE? How IEEE was in our college during those days, and how was your experience? And could you share that old days with us? Like, it will be good for us to know your experiences.
Sure. Yeah, that's a great question. So I think it's a two different era, I would say. When I was at Sairam, I think to be a transplant, I was not involved in any IEEE activity. All disclaimer, because they were charging $50, and $50 in 2004 is like probably the monthly expense what a family could afford in terms of groceries and other things, 3,000 rupees. So what motivated me to join IEEE at that point was my first paper presentation in SSN College of Engineering. So I think, I wrote this technical paper which got accepted in the conference. And on the day of the conference, my project partner dropped out saying that he wants to go and play cricket. And he said, like, Sampath, you should come and join with me. I said, like, 50 kilometers. I mean, SSN was 50 kilometers away from there. So I thought, like, let's go and give it a shot. Let's see what happens, So I went in there, I presented, and that paper got the best paper award in that conference, which was hosted by IEEE Madras section at that point. And I would say that was actually a great motivating factor, because that gave the opportunity for me to connect the Madras section chair, then Dr. Suresh Chandrapal, who happens to be one of my mentor toward my journey. He was very impressed with what I was trying to do for a social cause. So he then motivated me, and he basically said, what are the huge opportunities that's available through IEEE? So I see it from three angles. One, networking is very important. As you grow up in your career, it's important that you have networking, because networking helps you to explore possibilities, and possibilities help you to find the directions, just like a campus, so that you can find the right problem to solve, right? As Professor Ravichandran was saying, the idea is to actually think globally and act locally. That means you need to have the right network at the local level so that you can take your innovation there. So my journey, then I joined, I used IEEE for three regions. I mean, like three aspects. One is knowledge gaining. read the latest papers, research papers, publish research papers, and so forth. Second is meeting like-minded people who comes from the same technical expertise and background to explore the possibility how we could collectively move forward, the industry itself. Third is something you're passionate about, right? I mean, my passion is towards social skills. And in fact, throughout my journey, I have won more than 15 global awards. I mean, you can see a lot of IEEE global awards in my room, my office room right now. And it gave the opportunity to meet and work with a lot of eminent people, whether it be our former president, Kalam sir, APJ Kalam sir, or Martin Cooper, Narayana Murthy, you name it. All these people, I got an opportunity to meet with them and present my work, actually, right? That's important, actually, right? And third thing is, the global stage, you have to take a step back and see how you could put forth. I'm talking from the standpoint of India, right? How you put forth our country, like as a top leader in the space. That also, like, as you grow, that you will get that passion as well. So to you right now, my question is like, this is the best time to be a student because you get funded. And I'm also very thrilled to hear about the kind of opportunity what Government of India is doing. And there's a lot of schemes, actually, right? So you get funding support, you also have mentoring support, and you also have global stage to present your knowledge, actually. So what not? And many of this comes for, with free, and I would say all you need is a dedication and focus, which you already are doing it. So make a best use of it. And the most important thing is don't hesitate. I think the mantra that I always followed was to fail fast. The reason why I say that is, I'm a senior technological leader with Amazon here, and I manage the next generation AI programs for Alexa, the smart speaker, actually, in Boston. I think one of the mantras that we follow in industry is that failing fast means like you are experimenting and you are coming out of your comfort zone, actually. So when you come out of your comfort zone, naturally, as Kalam sir says, you are in your pursuit of, gaining knowledge, and knowledge brings in creativity in you. And creativity in you basically brings innovation. It drives the innovation, right? So it's pretty important. So I think as a student right now, you have extreme competition, you have side funding opportunities, there are student awards. I think you should leverage that. Independent of whether your goal is to find a job or whether you want to pursue a master's or higher education, I think there's plenty of avenues here. I think the goal is you should start making that first move, actually, the first mover advantage. So that's my advice to the students in the local branch at Sairam, actually.
Thank you so much, sir. I feel so honored and happy to, have asked the question and have got a reply. Thank you so much, sir.
Hello, sir. First of all, thank you for joining with us today. It has been a great pleasure to meet you. So I have a doubt, sir. So what will SSIT Society will benefit us by joining it?
Apologies, I think we had some audio issue in the Zoom thing. So if you guys can also type in, if it's possible, it will be helpful for me and Professor Ravichandran, because we really wanted to help and interact with the students. So if you could repeat the question, that will be great. We have some background noise in the line and we're not able to hear the question clearly.
Sir, am I audible now?
It's okay, but we are getting echo. So if somebody is close to the Zoom, whoever is the host, if you could also help us to type in the question, that will be helpful for us, actually. And as I wait for the question to arrive in, Professor Ravichandran, amazing talk. I think there's a lot of synergy here. There's a lot of global avenues I think I will be able to connect you with as well. So I shared my email to you directly. Let's connect one of these days. I'm happy to connect and support whatever we can do for the state of Tamil Nadu, where I'm originally from as well. So looking forward for our continued engagement on this.
Definitely, sir. We will work together, sir, because SDG is a global theme. We have to connect ourselves under SDG.
In fact, I mean, I will send you the details. We have the first global summit for what we call as Humanitarian Activity Committee. I mean, we are bringing in all the world leaders from UN and industry. As an invite to you, it is going to be on November 10th. Definitely feel free to join for that. And hopefully, I think we'll have a lot more to talk when we connect in a call. So
Yes, sir. Sir, your email, please, sir. Again, it has been.
Sure,
I got it again. It has gone away because there is some battery problem there. I think so.
Okay, so I will just send it to you directly right now.
Okay.
And also, like, yeah, I just send it to you in the Zoom. But I will also get your coordinates from from,
yeah, now I got
Brinda,
it.
ma'am.
Now I got it.
Okay, I think a student was trying to ask the question. So just wanted to make sure that we still have the opportunity to address this question actually. So it's audible right now. Please go ahead.
Again, the problem, sir. I think some battery problem is there because it is appearing in the screen.
I think to some level I can hear. So I think let me try my best. If the question is, if the answer is not relevant, then please type in the chat window. Wanted to make sure I really want to do it. Go for it.
By joining SSIT, what will be the benefits by joining SSIT?
So let me make sure I rephrase your question just to make sure I hear you clearly. So your question was basically, what is the benefit of joining SSIT, correct?
Yes.
Okay, great question. Let me answer this to you. Okay, so IEEE, as you all know, we are engineers, right? Just like how Sairam has different departments, so IEEE also have different societies to cater to the needs of a specific field, whether it's mechanical engineering, computer science, So SSIT, it's basically for Society for Social Implication of Technology. So what it primarily focuses on is one aspect. That aspect is, how do you ethically use your technology and what is the impact of your technology, right? So as a technologist, today when I devise a solution, I have to think it from different angles to it, right? What do you mean by that, right? So the idea there is the technologies need to serve a purpose, but inherently we are also introducing some risk and some kind of negative impact onto the society, right? I will tell you an example here. An example here is probably like we can say that okay, we are using a lot of advanced AI solution, right? I mean, there is no basis to claim this, but I'm just making it up, the hypothetical scenario. Okay, but say you put a lot of automation in place, it could also result in some of the people losing their job because they don't have the skill set. Now, how you plan to provide an ecosystem such that people who are getting displaced can still find an employment, so you can actually foster economically the local society, because you don't want to push people into poverty, right? If somebody loses a job, the breadwinner loses a job, then the family goes down to poverty. That's not a productive one. That's not a progressive technology, correct? So specifically the SSIT focus from that angle. What is the negative implication? And as an engineer, we have to look into that. Actually, it's not going to be all honey coated, right? I think that's why we have to be transparent. That's why the IEEE Code of Ethics says, you have to do the things transparently, ethically. That is most important, right? So SSIT is basically a society that actually by joining that, you will get a chance to learn more about the social implication of technology. How do you leverage it? Whereas the side program is free. It doesn't cost you anything. But then you have this portfolio of programs which is free for you, right? From training, getting funded, and getting a mentor and everything, to work on SDGs. So I think it is in general good to become a society member, especially when you want to pursue your master's in US or somewhere else, because you get access to these journals, you get access to the research papers, which will motivate you to understand how to write a good journal paper, how to write a good research paper, right? What are the latest happening topics in the industry? How can I actually start playing with it? So that kind of motivation and direction, it's useful for it. Okay, so that is what SSIT is all about. And we also have similarly more than 40 or 50 different societies within the landscape of IEEE. Computer Society, Power and Engineering Society. So as I said, for every field of engineering, you have a society related to it. Okay, the only difference here is that the Humanitarian Activity Board is a scaffolding effort. Basically, you may be an engineer. For example, Ravichandran sir, I don't know his background. He may be a expert in electronic side. I am expert in AI. And maybe tomorrow, like we can put up a project with Rajendran sir, he, from mechanical background, civil background. We can come back with a solution to help the local village. So that's an integrated approach, right? That is where the HAC, the SDG goals comes into play, So I hope I answered your question on SSIT and how it interconnects with the other spectrum of IEEE.
Yes, sir, you answered everything, sir. Thank you for joining with us today, sir.
Okay. Any additional questions? A disclaimer, there won't be any penalty if you don't ask a question. I will talk to Sai Prakash and make sure there's no fine for you guys.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
I'm Sandeep Krishnan of ECE section. I actually inspired by your position, sir. So to reach your position, what we have to be, how our initial stage should be, sir.
Okay. I will put it the other way around. You all have seen only the journey of success, but I have never told you my journey of failure. Let me tell you about that. Okay. First of all, I was born, I was declared dead when I was born. I was born in a remote place in Tamil Nadu, maybe like now, Ulundurupet. So life always has given me the second chance, So luckily, someone who was passing by saw that, I was thrown in. Actually, my mother has signed that, the death certificate itself at that point, early 80s. But luckily, someone who was passing by saw that, the baby was alive and given a chance. The second thing is, let me talk about the failure, right? When I took my project for autism, I think it was a drastic failure in the first 3 months. Because people are not able to understand what I'm trying to do. So there's everybody said like you may be good at academics, but if you fail on this, basically you may get lower grades. I think that didn't stop me. My factor was I want to go after my passion, right? Third thing is, it took 6 months for me. I was more towards research, so I was more not particularly like interested towards like getting a job in India at that point. When I graduated. So I wanted to pursue my passion at that point. So I took about 6 months to figure out what I want to do actually, right? And then when I came to US, I got an admit in MIT, and then I got also admit in TAPS actually. So TAPS I got a presidential scholarship. I just need to pay $50 only. I didn't come from a rich family. I lost my father earlier, and only my mother was a breadwinner. She was not working, so it's on pension. So she has to put her entire life saving to get me ticket to US, right? But there is 3 things I followed as a mantra. Never look after position or success in life. It comes by hard work and character, what you can give back. These are the 3 values I got from my teachers, my parents, and my friends. That has been a very instrumental factor for me to travel my journey. And never let others to define your journey. What I mean by that is, when I came to US, people said like, you have people from IIT, you have people from all other places at TAPS. You are from a local engineering background. Can you make it? I was still a frog. I said, I'm going to make a point here that I will be the gold medalist in this university, which I did it. When I graduated the GPA of 404, got the presidential scholarship for 2 consecutive years. And I also won the IEEE President Award at that point, basically, right? So the point is, it's not about the award and the honors you win. It's about the value you carry in life. It's not the money you earn. This is something I learned from Kalam sir. Closely had the fortunate opportunity to interact with him, work with them. And also like some of his close colleagues who worked with Kalam sir are still working with me, And similarly with Narayana Murthy sir, Martin Cooper, all these big people or names we talk about, they all had a passion, they have a dream, and they never gave up on it. So my experience is go after your dream. It's perfectly fine to fail. Failure is part of the journey. Don't get afraid of failures, because that actually will stop your innovation. For example, I know I may win or not in this election. I don't care about it. But I think the fact that someone from India can run in the HKN election, and that too being the youngest presidential candidate in the history of 100 years, where the honest body had people like Einstein, that is always a victory for me, because tomorrow somebody else will follow my path. That is what you want to make sure, So I think the biggest asset I would tell to you right now, if I was an youngster, like if I travel back and I become a student again, I think what I would have done differently right now is I want to accelerate the possibility, like accelerate my options for, experimentation and failure, do more projects. Professor Raichandran called out a lot of opportunities at a national level. try to write a proposal. You may not get it the first time. You may fail the first 2 months, but that's fine. That's the part of the journey. Apply for the funding, what I told you, try for it, right? Third thing is, don't be ashamed or don't feel hesitant to reach out for help, actually. That is a factor. I mean, people are always willing to help and find time. I mean, Aditya reached out to me. I said, like, I can give you a call. I mean, I can present a talk anytime between 3 to 6, but I can't do it 2 o'clock because usually I give talks till 1 a.m., So I think you have to reach out. That people will definitely find time for you. They may say no to you, but if you say no, that's not going to change your, your stance, actually. And Sairam has a very good network of your seniors and super seniors and all. So leverage that network. I mean, till 2014, I at least had 100 students from Sairam working on various projects under my research group, Brahmam, actually, in US, And after 2014, I was never able to come back to India. Like, I was quite busy with here. And I mean, I came to India once, then I got stuck in Chennai floods. I have to come back. So find out from your professors, basically they are the asserts there, whom you can talk with, how you can connect with them. That is important for you, actually. So 3 things to summarize. Go after your passion. I think you have to be purpose driven, not title driven or anything else. And money and title, awards, other things will follow in your journey when you follow your passion and dream. That is what I have seen so far. I haven't done with my journey, but this is what I have seen with my experience in the last 10 years, actually.
Thank you, sir. Really inspiring. And thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you, Sandeep. And again, happy to connect and give a fireside chat as well. If the students, you're all interested, we can even set up a 2-hour sessions later, where we can look through how to write a good proposal, how to design a project. We can look through that. And even if you need guidance on either applying for masters or even for your projects and all, I'm happy to connect on that as well. So. Okay. Any additional questions? I wanted to make sure that Professor Ravichandran and myself, we had a chance to address all the questions, actually. Ravichandran, sir, you wanted to add any comments to these questions?
Hello.
Hello, Brinda ma'am. Brinda ma'am, I'm always a student to you. No more sir. This is the other way around.
Yes, very, very, very good interaction and very good presentation. And we got many ideas from your speech, Sambat. So very proud of you after seeing your profile. Actually, we expect many more Sambat from this crowd.
I want to put it a different way. I want my juniors to be more successful than me, and whatever help I can do in terms of guiding, mentoring, and my prayers and wishes for them to be there. So I think in a nutshell, I think they are what they are, the values given by the parents and the values installed by the gurus, like the teachers, and whom they come out. That is the product, I think. And that's what I think India has produced Abdul Kalam. We have produced Swami Vivekananda. We have produced Mother Teresa. So I think we have the best in the brain. At the same time, we have the best in the value. So I think both these two has to come together, for us to be the, I mean, India has always shown, the ancient India civilization has always shown to the world what we can do. So I think I am grateful for having such an amazing teacher in Sairam who has always motivated me. Uma Shankar sir, really happy to see him after such a long time. Many people. I mean, it will be an injustice for me. I need a complete 1 hour to talk about all the professors. Separate day. But I think it's all about how much, not how much about you are getting, how much you are giving back, actually, right? For example, the projects I have delivered account millions of disabled children in India, as well as now 160 countries which I manage. We are able to make thousands of impacts in more than 100 countries, actually, right? So I think that is what I think the journey is about. How do you kind of take the dream and how you can spin up, and it all circle back to where you started. And I started in the same auditorium hall where you all seated right now, with the same set of teachers, right? So you get the value from them, you get the inspiration from them. How you take it, how you channelize it, it's going to be, and it's not going to be a honey coated. The journey is going to be difficult. When I came to US, it's not that, I don't have a place to stay. I have to sleep in the library for a month. So it's not going to be easy, right? But if you have the spirit, to challenge the the impossible, then that provides the possibility, right? That's what I think you should go after.
Yes. Thank you, Sambat. Audible, Sambat?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing your experience to your students. So we will meet in another program. Okay.
Definitely. Thank you, and good luck to all the students, and my pranams to all the teachers, and my pranams to Professor Ravichandran as well. Very delighted to meet you, sir, today. And my parting remark is, I think arise, awake until the goal is not reached. So good luck to you all. I'm sure you all will be more successful. And my congrats to my fellow good friend Sai Prakash as well for leading Sairam to a great institution. And look forward to engage with you all and support you in whatever capacity I could make in the next in 2021 and beyond, actually. So good luck to everyone.
Thank you, sir. To hear from you a lot of things. You have told about the students' projects. Madam, with your permission, only two remarks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can proceed.
From Tamil Nadu, the number of projects coming to Unnat Bharat Abhiyan is very limited. This is one comment.
Yes, sir.
So we are having a lot of opportunities. Number two, the projects which are coming to Unnat Bharat Abhiyan are seeking only the financial support. They are not ready to give any solution to any problem. So problem is missing, solution is missing, but they are seeking fund. So my appeal to young generation here, try to submit the proposal project and find out the problem first. Then what is the proposed solution you are going for that? Then ask for fund. Definitely you will be supported by UBA. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Actually, from Sairam, you will be receiving many proposals, sir. We are writing department wise. We are submitting proposals for UBA to get the fund.
That is a enlarged comment I have given.
Maybe the quality of proposals.
Yeah.
You are telling about quality of proposals. Yes, sir. We will improve, sir. Definitely. Now we have started. We have started our submitting the proposals, but in near future we will be submitting the proposals what you are expecting.
Thank you.
Brinda, a quick note there. I think we have a set of recorded training materials on how to write a good proposal from the sustainable development space. From what I heard from Ravichandran sir, probably there's a lot of synergy between hack funding program and here. So maybe like if the students are IEEE members, they could actually look into IEEE Learning Network. I can send you an email with the details to you, Brinda ma'am, and feel free to surface it to the students. And as I said, even we can have a workshop. And Ravichandran sir, I will connect back with you directly. And there are some global engagements I think I will be able to connect you with.
Definitely, sir. Because throughout Tamil Nadu I am visiting, I will bring the ground level realities to you.
Sure. Well, I'm really passionate because in 2011, when I met Kalam sir, I told him that I want to come back to India to work with him and serve him. He said, like, you are a global citizen, you should gain the knowledge and give back in your own way. That's what I'm trying to do right now. And I'm also working with some of the close associates with him, with him as well. So I think there's a lot we can do. So any opportunity we can give it back to the marginalized community there in Tamil Nadu or in India, I'm all for it. So.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sampath. Thank you for your presence and presentation.
Thank you, everyone. Stay safe and good wishes to everyone. Take care.
Thank you. Take care.